Si pasan los días y yo desesperando y tú contestando, quizás, quizás.
We love traveling, we love going to places, we never stop going to places. We did several cities in Sicily, but the first of it was Palermo. We flew in from Rome, and even when you fly into Palermo, it's a beautiful flight in. Then we got on the train right there at the airport. It took about 40 minutes to get to downtown Palermo. When we got off the train as we were walking in, I mean, it's a melting pot of cultures, and we were able to walk right to our hotel.
We stayed at the Centro Historico Di Palermo, and it was very cool. You did have to go up a very little singular elevator, pretty typical of Europe. We had a very lovely room with a balcony, and you open up the balcony and you can just see all of the rooftops of Palermo with the domes. Mm-hmm. We went up one night and there were fireworks, and it was just lovely, lovely hotel. That's us going through Palermo doing all the photos and videos.
Woohoo! That's me filming you, filming.
Oh wait, okay, that's what?
That's me filming you, filming you, filming me.
So one of the places that is just, you cannot miss it in Palermo is the Ballaro Market.
It is a big market. I mean, there's just a sea of
people,
food.
vendors, stalls.
We had some great pomegranate juice right there. That was amazing.
Just took the pomegranate, cut it open, used their juicer, and
so
just,
good.
It was amazing.
And
super fresh, super wonderful, sweet.
There's plenty of Aperol spritz everywhere in that town.
2 Aperol spritz.
I want to go back to it just because it's so
I mean, when you
different.
walk down that market, you do feel like you're in a different time, different world.
Yes.
It's over 1,000 years old.
We went ahead and walked down to the main part of Palermo.
Quattro Canti. And on each corner, there's statues and fountains, and so each corner has its own story.
It's amazing to look at. There is music going on. It's very vibrant. Everything's there. Street vendors everywhere. There's food everywhere. You know, it felt alive.
We wandered around the streets and came across Palazzo Conte Federico.
It's in the walls that used to be the walls of the city itself. There's a family that has lived there since, what, 1700?
When we were wandering around, we came across this gentleman, and he was just kind of standing out, and he's like, hey, how's it going? This is my family's home. Do you want to come in and take a look? So we joined in with a group of people walking around, and it's been handed down from generation to generation. They've restored sections, and you can see where the wall was built and where it originally would have protected the city.
It was a stumble upon thing, but I would suggest anybody going back there because it just was their story of their family being in this one location, which is in the walls.
All over Palermo, I'm seeing this Moorish guy.
Oh, yes.
It's on every towel, apron, any kind of tourist souvenir. It's this Moorish guy. And the story goes that this prince cheated on his wife. And in retaliation, she cut his head off and then used it as a planter for her basil. And everybody in town always talked about how amazing her basil was and wanted to know what her secret was.
It was her husband's head.
It was her husband's head. Lesson. Don't cheat on your wife. We found ourselves in the church and monastery of Santa Caterina. Chiesa di Santo Caterina.
That's a big thing to go see there. And it's very cool because you walk in, you can get your tickets right there, and there's a big giant courtyard right in the middle of the whole thing that's beautiful.
And it used to be a working monastery for silent nuns. And they baked. And there's a cafe in there. They still use a recipe from their cakes. But when we wandered around, we ended up on the roof.
It's like right by the sea. You look one way, you're looking back toward beautiful mountains, and the other way, you're looking back toward the sea. So it's just this gorgeous area tucked away.
And then completely over the whole town, and you're up where the bells are ringing, and it was not to be missed to go up and see the view. Very well worth all of the stairs. The Royal Palace, or Palazzo di Normanni, shows you the history of Palermo from the very first settlements to the present day. It used to be the seat of the kings of Sicily, and interesting fact, it is the oldest royal residence in Europe. The Cappella Palatina, or the Palatine Chapel, has been a World Heritage Site since 2015. It's a really good example of Arab Norman art and has a really wonderful mosaic all around it and a very elaborate wooden roof.
Palermo is special.
For me, Palermo was just a magical place. Like, I was transported into another world. You are in the midst of history, just ancient.
It's got so much multicultural world. Very friendly people, very helpful, hotel.
Palermo's a good city to go visit.
Yes.
And a good launching off place for some other places in Sicily.
Yes, there's
that you will not want to miss.
Right, but you don't want to miss Palermo.
Que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después.